First, you can buy one of those, because original Porsche parts will cost you a fortune. Welcome to Beyond Repair. Today I have 981 Porsche Boxster that I'm still fixing, and one of the issues that I got is the horn doesn't work. So let's establish a few things, because this will help you to understand what needs to be fixed and how you go about it. First and foremost, let's make sure that we have a problem. So we're gonna put the ignition on, turn the key, the car is on, we're gonna press on the horn and nothing happens. I'd like to ask you to pay close attention, because whenever you press on it, do you hear the switch? Is it like easy to move and it easy to go in and out for the horn switch? In my case, it works as it should. It goes smoothly back and forth, it doesn't get stuck or anything like that. So probably the switch is not an issue. But then when you press on it, do you hear clicking under the dash? This is one of your relays for the horn, and I will try to give you a chance to hear it. Do you hear click click? That's coming from under the dash, meaning your relay is actually getting energized after you press on the horn. So most likely the signal from here goes to the relay gets the signal, but the horn doesn't work. So there are two horns up front, and there's separate horn for the alarm. So if you think the alarm works and is something wrong with something else, in reality you have three different horns. That's why the alarm is not actually related to this one. So let's separate that factor, knowing that even if you close the door, you hear the alarm, right? So it's not related. Unfortunately, this is not your issue. We're gonna do a few more things. First, you can buy one of those, because original Porsche parts will cost you a fortune. As always, you're not buying shiny, nice car to enjoy, you're buying something that is gonna cost you a lot to fix. Just kidding. Parts are expensive, but you can, if you can do it yourself, if you can follow one of my videos, you can easily fix a lot of stuff without breaking a bank, because labor is gonna cost you way more than the parts. So now, this is the part number for 981. This is high pitch horn, and I believe the high pitch horn is on the driver's side. The low pitch horn is on the passenger side behind the front bumper. Before we start tearing it apart, and I bought it just because I want to make sure I have everything, we want to check something else. Okay, I'm on the driver's side, and let's take a look. We need row C, so it's gonna be this one, and number 4 is supposed to be 15, and immediately I can see the 15 right here, and we're gonna try to pull it out. The 15 right here, and nope, I'm not lucky. The 15 is not blown. Number 4, that's the correct row. I have horns that are completely blown, unfortunately, because the fuse would be much easier. Shoot. Just to test it out, I'm gonna swap that 15 with a 15 number 1 right here, just in case something is terribly wrong and I cannot see stuff. So let's see it, and to be sure that we're doing the right way, I'm gonna start the car, hold the brake, I have to change the horn. All right, so what do we know? Let's summarize. We know that we've tested the switch on the steering wheel, because If the relay wouldn't be clicking under the dash when you press on it, it would mean that the switch doesn't send the signal to the relay. If the relay clicks and you can clearly hear it, it means it's probably blown fuse on the passenger side for the US cars, row C, number 415 amp. If that's not the case, unfortunately, we have to go under the bumper and switch one of those horns. Bad news, they cost a lot. They over $100 each, and you have two of them. So my bumper is broken and I'm missing the front shield. It's always bad news when something is broken, but it could be good news, because when it's broken like that, you clearly get access to the horn right away. Look, my bumper is completely screwed, but here's the horn number 1, and on the other side I got the horn number 2. So I'll give you the reference. This is where your passenger side horn, this is where your driver side horn. And if you don't have broken parts like damaged bumpers and so on, you will have to remove the cover for the front bumper right here, so you get the access to those horns. Now, without removing the bumper and, you know, doing anything to my fancy zip tie job, I will try to get access and switch at least the driver's side and see how it goes. So before I'm gonna reinstall the new horn, I was able to reach inside, just press on that clip. It's gonna be right here. See, you push on it and it's gonna be released. You have those two wires, brown and purple. Now I'm taking the brand new horn, and this is original OE part straight from Porsche. I'm gonna plug it in right now and I'm gonna test it before I'm gonna be removing and reinstalling, so I know for sure that's my problem and we can fix it once and for all. I don't get it. I've checked the parts, the part number on the Porsche website, and it clearly showed me this guy, which is high pitch horn, and that's the part number right here. It's got different connector. My connector is smaller, this one is bigger. Do they have two different horns for the same car? Come on. Besides selling me a part for such a big price tag, you're also gonna have that mess with different connectors? Oh no. Here we go again. Okay, let me show you how to avoid issues. My horn turns out to be a different part number. It's 991-635-14901. The replacement that they show you on the website is 991-635-15901. And when you try to match them, you can clearly tell it's a different plug. You don't need to be an expert to say, hey, it's totally different plug. Mine is so small in comparison to the new one. I don't know how the heck the website shows me this is the right fit. Also pulled up the passenger side and it's 991-635-15001. That's gonna be your passenger side. It's the next day. Let me tell you what we have. We have a horn that I ordered, that I placed the order from Porsche, and unfortunately it didn't fit. I actually reached out to the dealership and I got some insight. They're saying that you have to buy a specific adapter, even though the website will say, you know, that's the right part and it's gonna fit your car, specifically by VIN. All in all, I'm not gonna buy the adapter. I end up finding one of those high-pitch horns for the driver's side for 50 bucks on eBay. I just saw it yesterday when I was filming the video. I was like, all right, make an offer, 40 bucks, and the seller took it. All in all, shipped, delivered, it's gonna be 50 bucks, which something that I'm gonna put on and forget about it. When it comes to shipping, it's gonna take time, and I don't want to drive without the horn. So luckily for you, I've decided to buy one of those. I think it's about 15 bucks from Amazon, and when you get it, here's what you're gonna see. You're gonna see the horn, which looks like a Porsche horn. I don't see any difference. I'm pretty sure they're all exactly the same. You get two wires, and it doesn't matter which one is positive, which one is negative, because it's the same horn. So, and you're gonna get the mounting bracket, which looks pretty much identical. This is the driver's side, and look at that. They look pretty much the same, because usually it's the same part with different logo. So what I'm gonna do, I will take the mount. Let's measure the aftermarket mount and OE mount, and yeah, it's the same size. Even the mount, it's the same size. So what we need: crimper, electrical tape, probably a few zip ties, and I'm also gonna be using my wire taps. I should have them here. This is the name. It's Porsche Products, and it's a wire tap. It works like this, so you pretty much have a wire that you wanna connect, right? And this needle is gonna pinch and get the connection with the original wire. On the other side, I'm gonna have one of those wires that go into the Chinese horn that we will hook up right here. What it will allow me to do to have a working horn for the next few days until I get the replacement. And for you, it can be a good solution how to easily and quickly fix your horn without spending a ton of money on replacement parts. I hope this video will help you to save some money. Here's what I'm doing. I'm just putting this cable through, lowering down, and getting the mount hooked up. So the cable stays in place, and it's supposed to be connected to the pin. What I'm gonna do, I'll take my multimeter and check if it's hooked up properly, and after that we're gonna go and hook it up to the car. First cable, good. Second cable, good. So the best part, you can always go back. You don't have to, leave with that Chinese horn if this is something that is gonna bug you in any shape or form. What I will do right now, I will just move the insulation a little bit up. I will mount my tap wire mount right here, and I'm gonna pinch one of the wires right there, and I'll show you what I'm doing in a moment. You will see the close up. Okay, so here you have it. I just took one of the wires, right? I put my gray post and I pinch it through. Now I need to do the same for the second wire, and we're gonna put some electrical tape on top of the connector so it's not gonna get some moisture and water, at least splashes. Again, this can be a permanent solution, temporary solution, whatever you like, because 50 bucks for one horn when you need two is a lot of money. And I think like 10-15 buck horn, and those tabs are not gonna cost a fortune. You can also go crazy and just cut the connector and direct fit your new Chinese horn. but I would vote against it because you will not have a way to go back, and we always want to have that, you know, option to go back. So let me get it done, the second one, and we're gonna test it. Okay, I temporarily hooked up the horn. I didn't mount it yet. Oh boy, how hot is it? Let's get the ignition on. Booyah! 10 bucks! Screw you, Porsche. Just kidding. If you want to do it the right way, feel free to do it. If you want to save some money, that's your option. Now all I have to do is just permanently mount the horn. I will attach the aftermarket lag. I will get everything wrapped up in electrical tape. Now you have two options. You can go with a Chinese horn, easy peasy, plug it in and fix it yourself and do it for cheap, or you can end up buying two brand new horns from Porsche, two wires, and fix it this way. You have all the options. I've explained you what you need to do in order to make sure that it's actually a part that it failed and not the fuse or something else. You have all the tools in your hands, and if this video was helpful, please help me out. Click that subscribe button, ring the bell. I'll see you in the next one.